Hi you guys! So I'm so excited to do a new hair tutorial for you guys while I drink my wine. Don't judge me. If you're gonna sit and do your hair, you should definitely have a glass of wine. So let's see, it's been like 4 days, maybe 3 days. It's been 3 days since I washed my hair. And it's the perfect texture right now because it's got a little bit of grease and there's some really great texture from like curling it a few times now. But I want to absorb some of that oil, so I'm definitely going to utilize the dry shampoo right now, as you can see. I love the Big Sexy Hair Volumizing Dry Shampoo. There's just nothing like it, and I'm heavy-handed with it, and I don't care. So I go through many bottles of this, but it does to my hair what can't be explained in words. Does that make sense? Totally not. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is decide where you want to part your hair. And I, as you can see, couldn't figure it out. So I tried to see if my hair was going to have like a natural direction it was going to go, and that just turned into a mess. So I thought I would just see what it looked like on each side and then decide from there. So I tried this side and didn't totally love it, and then I tried the other side, didn't totally love it, so I went back to the first side that I didn't totally love. I don't know what it is. I like my hair parted down the middle. It's really weird for me to part my hair down the side. So I just went with this side and had my way with it. So I basically sectioned off the amount of hair that I was going to be using. So what you're going to do is really keep your sections clean. That's really the trick for doing these side braids. Section it off and only use the hair that you have sectioned off to do. So make sure you clip everything else off. This braid is going to be going on a diagonal, so I parted it on a diagonal. So it just makes it easier for you to not get tangled in your own hair as you are braiding. So that's all the hair I'm going to use. So the first thing you want to do is section off the hair into 3 sections. So for those of you who have never done a Dutch braid or a French braid, there's tons of tutorials online on how to do them. I would recommend watching those first. If you know how to do these, then continue ahead, but it is a little bit tricky. So it's basically a reverse French braid. So the braid is going to be sticking up as opposed to being like level with the hair. So you are taking your sections and doing the reverse braid and then adding sections to it from the hair that you have parted off. So that's what's going to make it stay nice and tight against your scalp. So I really like to get my braids tight, and the trick with getting them tight is keeping your hands close to your scalp. So you're just going to continue your Dutch braid all the way back. Again, just taking sections, adding a piece to the middle part, and then doing the reverse braid. Again, I would highly recommend learning how to do this braid before you attempt this because it's just tricky doing it on an angle like this. But it's so cute. You can do so many fun braids when you can just learn how to do this. You can do all sorts of stuff. So keep going back until you have used all of the hair that you have sectioned off. And then what you're going to do from there is just braid it down. So as you can see, I'm just finishing that off, adding it to my section, and then I'm just going to continue braiding down. So once you braid down, you're going to want to go down a little farther than you would think you would need to go. You're eventually going to just pin this back, but because you're going to be kind of scrunching the hair up and messing it up a lot, you will end up losing some length. So go down just a little bit farther than you would think. So I also like to kind of start pulling my braid apart before I put an elastic in it, just to loosen it up a little bit. Because I do my braids so tight, it takes a minute, but the reason I do it is because it will stay, it'll stay closer to your scalp and it will be a cleaner braid. If you start off by doing it messy and then mess it up again, it just looks messy. So I'd rather take my time and kind of tug at it after doing it really tight. Okay, so once you've gotten to this point, what I like to do is take one little section between in the middle of the ponytail that's left and use that and pull down and then pull the braid up. So it kind of starts to coil up and it just sandwiches it in a little bit more and makes it a little bit more like, what's the word? Like it springs up a little bit more. It coils? No. It does something, and I don't remember the word, but you can see from what I'm doing that it just crunches it up more. And I just like the look of this. It, again, is just loosening it up and making it look a little bit more textured and messy. So I just like to do that, and then I go through and pull at it again. And you'll kind of just do this, you guys, until you feel like it looks right to you. And everyone's a little different. So there you go, there you have it. Basically now what you're going to do is put your clip-in hair extensions in, and then that's how I like to secure that braid to the hair, because it, yep, getting my hair extensions on. So it just keeps it more secure than if you were to do it just to your hair. So section it off on a diagonal. I like to use laced hair extension clip-ins. It's basically all I have. They're my favorite. And I have a bunch of different colors and stuff. You can see that those are like more red than the rest of my hair, but whatever. Put a few rows of these in, and it will just give some full, sexy length to your hair. So now I'm going to put some in the other side just to kind of fill that layer out, fill it out a little bit more. I just like to kind of even it out. So just throwing in another little clip in on that side, and as you can see, it just kind of gives it some fullness that I really like. So now all you're going to do is pin that braid to the hair extension. That's why I like putting the clip-ins in too. It just gives it a nice secure foundation to pin the braid to and have it stay all day. So you'll just take that braid and then you'll get 2 bobby pins and crisscross them and just mount them right onto the base of the clip-in hair extension. So as you can see, it looks really fun and full and beautiful. You just want to cover up the back, and then I just was thinking as I was looking at it, I'd like to give it a little bit more fullness on the top right there. So I decided to do a little back combing and give it a little bit more oomph. So I just started teasing kind of just where I wanted the fullness. So just a little back combing. I just use this back combing comb that is pretty aggressive. You don't need to get anything quite like this, but you just want to get some good tease in there and then just lightly comb over the top of it just to get any of the snarling out. But I thought this gave it a little bit more of a dramatic, sexy look, and I don't know, I just like the way that it kind of balanced out the shape. So once again, just kind of taking it as it comes, just eyeballing it, deciding what I think, what I like, what I don't like. This looks fun and sexy and pretty, and it's just a nice little switch up to get you through a few more days of not showering, let's be honest. I like to take advantage of those days by messing with braids. So there you guys have it. I hope you like it, and I'm hoping to do more of these tutorials. So Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys.